Well, hello there, Vapsa here, and in this video I'll be showing you something that's really cool. EbSynth is a VFX retouching and rotoscopy tool which has been around for a while now, but it's been available in its beta state for a while and is being used by many creators still being in the beta state. Well, a couple of days ago the EbSynth V2 was released as a complete product on the ebsynth.com website, and today we are checking it out. I'm going to be showing you the capabilities and how to use it and some examples. So let's get started. So first of all, what is EbSynth? As I said, EbSynth is a VFX transformation, retouching and rotoscopy tool for video and VFX creation. The software is developed by two creators named, hopefully I pronounced them right, Sharka and Andrej. These creators have created the software together, and the software is mostly a way to propagate changes to a single frame to the whole video. For example, you can take a video, then make edits to a singular frame, run the video, and EbSynth will apply all of those changes to the whole video. This makes style transformation, retouching, and again rotoscopy really easy. Many creators like Joel Hiver have been creating amazing content for years now using the software, even in its beta state. Now that EbSynth is way more flexible and in a more stable form, you can now take more advantage of its capabilities. Does EbSynth use AI? This is a question that I'm pretty sure anyone would ask. Well, no. EbSynth uses a texture synthesis algorithm to actually propagate your changes to a whole video. Well, algorithms in a way are actually AI, but something to rest assured is that the video contents you generate using EbSynth does not use art from other artists. The EbSynth algorithm does not use any sort of generative AI or training data from external datasets. Is EbSynth free? Of course. EbSynth offers a really generous free plan. All the core functionalities are completely free for everyone to use. You can export your videos to 720p HD and in MP4 format. If you do want to get better video quality and export in PNG sequence, you can just upgrade to the paid plan, which is the Pro plan, coming at $20 a month. Of course, subscription models are some things that not everyone is fan of, and since EbSynth runs in a browser, that's something that people who don't wanna use browser-based software don't want. There is a studio version, which is a custom plan that you can contact the EbSynth team and get for you. This will provide you things like running the software entirely online, giving you complete data privacy, which EbSynth already promises that they don't keep any of your generations or any of your video data. Then command line automations and dedicated support for your custom work. So if you want to really move up a step and create a studio environment, since EbSynth is still already being used to create production level movies and feature length movies. All of that aside, let's move on to actually using the software. Going over on ebsynth.com, you can click the start now button to actually start creating. EbSynth runs inside the browser, so visiting the ebsynth.com/app URL, you can see this interface. This looks kind of familiar, doesn't it? EbSynth is kind of designed to be the Photoshop of video editing, so it kind of combines the UI elements from software like Adobe Premiere Pro and Adobe Photoshop. You can find many similarities in the software inside EbSynth. Let's go ahead and actually load some of the sample media that's given here. I will load in the lady here. Okay, once the project is loading, you can see the video has been processing, and yeah, we are here. The control here are quite similar to that we'll get in software like Photoshop, but of course there is an option to actually import your keyframes. But before that, let's just understand what keyframes actually are. How EbSynth works is that you run your video, take a frame and make edits to that frame. Once you're done with the edits to that frame, EbSynth will try to apply those edits to the whole video. You can see you can add changes to a single frame, then they appear here as keyframes. On the left side there are layers. You can make changes in layers, run again, and you get the changes applies again. Then if you see some sort of areas where they are imperfect, you can add another keyframe there, make changes to that the particular frame, and EbSynth will transition between those keyframes and synthesize it properly. You can add external objects or import things and then run, and EbSynth will synthesize them as well. But of course you don't really need to make changes inside EbSynth. You can take a frame from a video, then you can just export it directly through EbSynth, download the frame, make sure the size and everything are same. Then you can make changes inside software like Photoshop. You can save that, you can go to EbSynth, import it using this panel, and EbSynth will apply the changes to the whole video. In this way you don't need to create your keyframes inside EbSynth, or rather you can just use something like an external software. EbSynth also provides AI options. As I said, that EbSynth does not use AI for the propagation system, so this is completely optional. You don't need or to use this AI. This is something like accessibility, something that EbSynth provides for people who do want to use the AI systems. It uses the latest Nano Banana model for now, and the XL model as well, and it's pretty powerful. You can select an area just like Photoshop and generate image for that area. It keeps the structure, so it's really amazing in my opinion. You can use the player heads here. You can create multiple layers. You have these opacity options here to actually transition between the opacities, and all in all, the software is pretty awesome. You can export to the directly through the browser, and thank you to the creators for creating such an amazing software. Let's go ahead and take some demos by the community to see what the community has done with EbSynth till now. You can turn images into paintings. You can paint over a subject, turn them into another, and run, and EbSynth will transform them. You can use your own kind of art style. You can turn anything into things like different style. I think style transformation is a really good big part of EbSynth that can be really utilized, and some of these demos demonstrate how you can take an image, paint over it, turn into a painting style, then run using EbSynth, and you get amazing results. You can edit one frame and EbSynth does the rest. I love another example here is to actually change the age of a character, which is something that you want to do maybe in your YouTube Shorts videos. Then changing color of hair, that is done here using the Hermione Granger character here, which is something really nice. I think it really empowers individual characters or individual creators who wanna use just themselves and create amazing stories alone. You can now do infinite customizations of yourself and create different personas and different editing to create a lot of different kind of styles. EbSynth is being used to alongside different programs like Blender, like this creator I will leave the link in the description, used Blender alongside with EbSynth to actually kind of texture or animate using the EbSynth software. You can see they used this sort of a really cool animation, and they took the 3D mesh, they created all of that inside Blender, then rendered in different colors of 3D, then pasted the textures in EbSynth, which is really cool workflow and something that actually requires creativity other than just using AI slop like most AI software do. You don't have to be confined to 3D as well. our creator did what he did was he took a rough animation and with the colors, and he created some keyframes with shading. He ran it through EbSynth and made it super smooth and applied all the shading. He used some synthesis software to create additional frames as well, and he was able to shave off about weeks of his work, which is amazing. And there are a bunch more examples like rotoscoping, and the website also shows the examples of things that were created using EbSynth. There are a couple of movies and all kind of different stuff created using EbSynth. Even the Wednesday season, the Netflix Wednesday season uses the EbSynth software, which is something really amazing to me. The Strange World movie, then there's a movie called Apollo 10 and a half, and other things like this Doctor Who show or something like that. So there are a bunch of more examples as well, and in future, if we go over EbSynth with a detailed tutorial, we might discuss more of them. Yeah, but that's it for today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.